All right, guys. Today is June 21st. It's Father's Day. And this video is probably going to be going live on Wednesday, so it won't be Father's Day anymore. But I want to wish every father out there a happy belated Father's Day. And, keep doing what you're doing. Raising your kids the right way and being present for your kid. That's the most important thing. Luckily this weekend I had the opportunity of being with my son, Noah. Come here. This is Noah. Say hi, Noah. Say happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
So I had the opportunity of being with my son, Noah, and also my dad. I was over at his house this weekend and we had a good time. Did you have fun at Weddle's house? What'd you do?
I played with my dumpling.
You played it with your dumpling. What else?
And watched TV.
And what else?
Nothing.
Nothing. You didn't get in the pool?
No.
No?
No.
You didn't get in the pool? Yeah, you did. You got in the pool.
Today?
Yesterday.
Not today.
Not today. What else did we do yesterday? Went to the farm.
Went to the farm and saw bunnies.
Saw bunnies. What other animals did we see?
Turtles.
Turtles. What else? You don't remember?
Horses.
Did you ride the horse?
Yeah.
Yeah?
What about donkeys?
You saw a donkey too.
And donkeys.
Remember the animals you carried?
Mm-hmm.
What was that?
Where's Samuel?
The two animals you carried.
Which one?
The bunny. Remember Abuelo got the bunny for you? And the little chickens in the front?
No, I got him.
You got them, yeah.
But not the turkey.
Not the turkey, no. The turkey was too fast. But yeah, I'm going to take you guys through a meal prep day today. It's Sunday. It's a little bit late, but I have Noah tonight, and we don't have to wake up super early tomorrow. I'm dropping him off at daycare, and I don't work until 9, so I'll probably leave the house at 8, which gives me a lot of time now to cook. Tomorrow's going to be an afternoon gym session. And I'm basically just going to run you guys through a quick meal prep. It'll take me about an hour and a half to finish everything, hopefully. But it'll give you guys a look into what I do pretty much every Sunday. And sometimes I do it on Wednesdays too because it doesn't last me the whole day. But I think I've gotten it down to a science where my food lasts me the week, basically. Especially now since we're on a cut.
Them.
Not yet. Especially now since we're
What's their name?
No, it's just everybody on YouTube.
Who is their name?
Everybody.
Who is it?
Whoever watches the video. I don't know.
Who is it?
I don't know. I don't know their name.
Maybe this guy?
Oh. So since we're on a low-calorie phase right now.
I guess you don't know his name. He played all the games.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, look.
Since we're on a low-calorie phase right now, the food really lasts me a long time.
That was Fulton on that.
Oh, yeah? You like Fulton?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He's
Oh.
also my friend.
He's your friend? Yeah? You talk to him?
No.
No.
No. But I don't meet him.
Maybe one day you'll meet him.
But I like him.
Okay. Well, say bye. Daddy's gonna start cooking now.
Bye.
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 We're gonna get into the kitchen now and start cooking. Oh, and another thing, if you guys watched my last video, we got the Porsche. I told you guys in one of my previous videos that I was changing up the decorations on the shelf, and there it is. That's the Porsche I was talking about. All right, so with any meal prep, the most important part is having something to drink. And since we're not drinking alcohol now, I can't have my glass of wine. So we're gonna have the second best thing, Diet Coke. Anyways, there's nothing like a Diet Coke. So really quick, I'm gonna run you guys through what I cook pretty much all the time. Most of the time I just buy my meats at Aldi, but I have a really hard time finding 99% fat-free ground turkey at Aldi, so I always end up going to Publix for that. So we have the Green Wise turkey, ground turkey. It's 99% fat-free. It's super dry. We have 93.7 ground beef. I get 2 packets of those from Aldi because that's just the amount of food I need for the week. I get wild caught salmon from Aldi's. I actually love this. And I also get, for my whitefish, so people typically do tilapia, but I'm not a huge fan of tilapia. Although if I have to eat it, I'll eat it. But I always prefer cod. It's a little bit more expensive than tilapia, but it tastes so much better. And then I get 2 packets of that. I get 1 packet of salmon because right now we're not eating too much salmon. We're eating a lot of whitefish, so I get 2 packets of that. Comes out to $30 for the cod. The salmon is like $10. It's not too expensive. The ground beef between both of them, it was $19. The ground turkey I think was like, I don't know, like $8. And then I also get chicken. So we do eat a lot of chicken on this phase of prep. And this was about $15 in chicken, $16. So yeah, that's a typical Sunday grocery day for me at Aldi. It was like $70 at Aldi and then like another $10 at Publix. We're gonna get started cooking now. So I usually try to prepare things all at the same time to try to cut down on prep time. Because the first time I meal prepped, it took me like 3 hours to do. So I bought an air fryer. This is in one of my previous videos where I show off that I got an air fryer. I use my oven and I use the stove. Now, the chicken goes in the air fryer. All my fish goes in the oven, and on the stove I'll cook the ground beef and the turkey. So since I cook more ground beef than turkey, I get the bigger pan for the ground beef. And I have this other pan, it's a smaller pan, and I use this one for the turkey. I'm gonna start cooking here, or not cooking, but preparing. I season this. I season the ground beef once it's on the pan, and the turkey too. But the fish and the chicken, I do season. I'll show you guys my go-to seasonings. Okay, so salt, obviously. If you're cooking without salt, I don't know what you're doing. My favorite all-time seasoning, smoked paprika. I cook everything with this, pretty much. I use onion powder, and I use garlic powder too. That's just my personal preference. It gives the food a lot of flavor, and I literally cook everything that I showed you guys with those seasonings. We use olive oil just so stuff doesn't stick. I don't use too much of it. All right, so I went ahead and diced up my chicken. I just cut it into little squares, and I already seasoned it. There's salt, paprika, onion powder, garlic. The only thing I'm missing is putting some olive oil just so it doesn't stick. And then I throw it in the air fryer for about 25 minutes at 400 degrees. Speaking of, I'm gonna preheat this now. I preheat the air fryer, and I just throw a little bit of this on the chicken, not too much. Do a little bit on this one. And then I use my hands and then I wash them, of course, because nobody likes raw chicken in their hands. And then I like mix it up just to spread that olive oil and the seasoning around. And don't worry, the chicken that's falling on the counter, I cleaned up my counter after. I have this solution of water and alcohol with some essential oils that I use for cleaning. It's like antibacterial, it's really good. So yeah, now that's done. And pretty much now after the air fryer is done preheating, I throw it in there for about 25 minutes at 400 degrees and it comes out perfect. All right, so I wash my hands, and now while we're waiting for that to preheat, I'm gonna start getting the stuff ready for the tilapia. All right, so what I like to do here is grab a little bit of olive oil. I have 3 baking sheets, and I'll pour a little bit of olive oil on all of them. Just a little bit, because I'm really just using it so it doesn't stick, so the fish doesn't stick. All right. And then I'll grab my little brush and I'll spread that olive oil around. Because again, we don't really care about putting too much olive oil on here. It's just so so the fish doesn't stick. This is about to finish. The air fryer is about to finish preheating, and then we're gonna throw the chicken in there. So now that that's preheated, I'm just gonna throw my chicken in there. Hear that sizzle. All right, so this is how it looks. I just threw the chicken in there, and at this point it's pretty much ready to be cooked. There's a lot of chicken. This chicken lasts the whole week. So I put it in my air fryer, I set it to bake, and I set the temperature to 400 degrees, and I set the time to 25 minutes. So that's on autopilot now, and now we're gonna continue on to the fish. So I cook my salmon and my cod together. But before, I'm gonna start preheating the oven. And I set it to bake, and I make it 400 degrees. We wait for that to preheat. While that's preheating, I'm gonna start setting up the fish. But I just ran out of my paprika sauce, so I'm gonna grab, or not sauce, but powder. So I'm gonna grab my brand new one. This is literally the best seasoning for all foods. All right, so moving on, I'm gonna start prepping the salmon first. And I like being very clean. So as I cut the packaging of my salmon and lay it down, I throw the packaging into the original packaging of it so that there's not a mess after. You smell it?
Yeah.
What do you smell? You smell fish? Yeah? Alright, so that's all the salmon I need for the week. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 pieces. That's how much comes in the packet. And now we're gonna move on to the cod. Which again, remember, we cook together, so it's a lot faster. Now I eat way more white fish than I eat salmon, so there's way more cod. And also I love cod. The cod is freaking amazing. And the macros are insane. It's 90 calories for every 4 ounces. All right, that's it. That's all the fish for the week. 3 trays of fish. 1 pretty much of just salmon, 1 salmon overflow on this tray, bunch of cod. Now, when it comes to seasoning my fish, I pretty much do the same thing as my chicken. Salt your food. If you think this is too much salt, mind your business. Use less salt on yours. I like flavor on my food. All right. I'm done with the salt. I'm gonna throw some garlic powder on it now. Then we move on to the onion powder. And lastly, I'll throw the smoked paprika on it. And there's a reason I do the paprika last, and it's to give it some color. Because cod is super white, and kind of freaks me out, so I throw some paprika on it. Not just for the flavor, but for the color too. Paprika has to be like my favorite. All right, and we're done. Now we're just waiting for the oven to finish preheating. It still has a bit left, and then we're gonna throw the tilapia in there. And once the tilapia, I keep saying tilapia, the fish in there. Once the fish is in there, I'll start making the ground beef, which is right here, and it is gonna basically be the same seasonings that I've been using: salt, paprika, onion, and garlic. We don't use olive oil for ground beef and the turkey because it does not stick at all. Its own fat will make it pretty much not stick. All right, so the oven is preheated now, and I'm gonna start throwing the fish in there. I do my big tray on the top, and then my little tray and my medium tray next to each other. And we're gonna set that to 22 minutes. Remember, it's 400 degrees. I do it for 22 minutes. Comes out perfect. Chicken's almost done. There's 5 minutes left on that. While we wait for everything else, I am gonna start cooking the turkey. Turkey's gonna go in the little pan, and I'm gonna start cooking the ground beef too. Cook them together at the same time. All right, that's that, and then get our ground beef and pretty much do the same thing. Then we do some garlic powder. Then we do some onion powder. And then we finish it off for the color, paprika. Yep.
What have you done?
Almost done.
Where is that?
This is carnita.
What's that?
Turkey.
I like it.
You like turkey?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think I done that.
You do like fish. You eat daddy's fish all the time. What do you want?
I didn't know.
All right, turkey's done. And this is basically the finished product of the chicken. Fully cooked, complete, and yeah, that's it. We're waiting on the ground beef now. Waiting on the ground beef to finish up. It's almost done. And then we're also waiting on the fish to finish up. That's almost, there's 10 minutes left on that. All right, so now at this point we're pretty much done. The fish is done cooking, so we're gonna bring it out. So here's one tray. Tray number 2. And then the final tray. That's okay. And then at this point we're done. I'll give you guys a quick run through of everything we cooked. So here we got cod, more cod, and this one's salmon. We got ground beef, ground turkey, and then my least favorite of all of them, the chicken. So that's pretty much food for the whole week, and at this point all I have left is pretty much just meal prepping for the next 4 days, because I only have enough food containers for 4 days worth of food. And then what I do is midweek while I go eating, so typically on Wednesday, as I wash my containers and put them away, I will on Wednesday or Thursday prep the rest of the week, so Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then yeah, that's pretty much it.